Imagine a group so radical that it openly advocates for the destruction of the very foundations of American democracy. That's Antifa, a movement that has sparked intense debate and concern across the nation. But here's where it gets controversial. Should Antifa be officially labeled as a domestic terrorist organization? Let's dive into the details and explore why this question has become a flashpoint in American politics. Antifa, short for anti-fascist, is far more than a loosely organized protest group. It operates as a militaristic, anarchist entity with a clear and alarming agenda: the overthrow of the United States government, law enforcement agencies, and the legal system that upholds our society. To achieve these goals, Antifa employs illegal tactics, orchestrating a nationwide campaign of violence and intimidation. This isn't just sporadic unrest, it's a coordinated effort. From armed confrontations with police to organized riots and violent attacks on immigration and customs enforcement officers, Antifa's actions go beyond peaceful dissent. They also engage in doxing, publicly exposing personal information to threaten political figures and activists, silencing opposition through fear. What's even more concerning is their recruitment strategy. Antifa targets young Americans, radicalizing them through training and propaganda, then shields their operatives' identities, funding sources, and operations to evade law enforcement. And this is the part most people miss. Antifa doesn't act alone. They collaborate with other groups to amplify political violence and suppress lawful speech, creating a network of intimidation designed to coerce policy changes. This systematic approach to achieving political goals through fear and force is, by definition, domestic terrorism. In response to these actions, a proposal has been put forth to formally designate Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization. This designation would empower executive departments and agencies to investigate, disrupt, and dismantle Antifa's illegal operations, particularly those involving violence or material support for terrorist activities. It would also enable prosecutorial actions against individuals and entities funding or aiding these efforts. However, this move is not without controversy. Critics argue that such a designation could infringe on free speech and assembly rights, while supporters insist it's necessary to protect national security and the rule of law. The order itself is clear. It must be implemented within the bounds of existing law and does not create new legal rights or benefits. It's a directive aimed at addressing a specific threat, not a blanket policy. Published in the Federal Register, this proposal invites public scrutiny and debate, a critical step in a democracy. Here's the bold question. Is labeling Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization a justified response to a clear threat, or does it risk stifling legitimate political activism? The answer isn't black and white, and it's a conversation that demands thoughtful participation from all sides. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep the dialogue open and constructive.